Welcome to our online module covering Outsourcing Chapter 10 and Sourcing Chapter 11. These two chapters fit pretty well as an online module for us since we have covered a really good foundation on how firms go out to look for opportunities, how they leverage their procurement power, their purchasing power on the market, what we look for in a supplier, whether that's a supplier's desirability or feasibility, and then that material we looked at from Williamson where he considered the transaction costs and how governance and opportunism and asset specificity and monitoring all come into play when we deal outside of our own business. So these two chapters will allow us to put together many of those foundational items, and then of course we'll apply them as well. So there are 3 articles this week. The 3 articles will tie together, and we'll look at those collectively in the discussion board. Please get your initial post out there by Thursday. Our official calendar week starts on Tuesday, since our class normally meets on Tuesday and runs through the following Monday. So get your initial post out there. The question is, the starter question is out on our online materials guide. And then please come back around by the 14th and put your follow-up posts out there. This week, though, I'll be looking for you to do multiple posts to really take advantage of the conversation that's going on out there. The content video I've provided to hit on some high points from chapters 10 and 11. There is a quiz out there already loaded in Blackboard. It's 10 questions, 8 are multiple choice, and 2 are true-false. And then there's a couple closing homework questions that I'll ask you to do individually. The 2 homework questions pertain to the case presentation that we had last week on Carnival cruises. And what I'm looking for you to do is to draw in those articles that we're looking at this week, as well as the text chapters we're looking at this week. And I provided 2 specific questions related to Carnival. First, the opportunity of what Carnival is trying to address, and then the second question really gets at how we can look for a services contract, which I know was our prior chapter, to develop an SOW to potentially find and secure a supplier to really bring some much needed assistance to the food procurement. So let me get on to see if there's any closing slides. Now again, sourcing, do recall that sourcing is one of the 5 actions that are in our traditional procurement process. So sourcing is identifying the possible vendors that can provide the service or the product that we're looking to procure. Outsourcing is more of a strategic issue. It is the decision around going outside of our firm boundaries to get the services and products we need. Not that outsourcing is necessarily a choice these days. We find that there are many things that we need, and realistically they are best provided from the outside. But at the same time, we need to carefully recognize the risks that are involved. And you'll see those start to share themselves through the article on the the 9 hidden costs of outsourcing. They're really getting at the risks issues, and that we need to take into consideration those additional costs when we go outside the firm.